here's the announcement. December 15th, I'm going to be submitting my cancellation submit a cancellation or termination of my affiliateship with Twitch, because I've decided that I think it's important for Retro Rewind to be able to stream to more places than just Twitch. And when you're an affiliate, for those that don't know, if you're an affiliate with Twitch, you can't do something called multi-streaming, which is streaming to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, DLive, lots of platforms at the same time, which is actually an easy thing to do with a tool called Restream.io. So I've sort of weighed the pros and cons of it, and I think both I feel like a lot of people, like for instance, D Tungsten. You recently said that you just heard the podcast for the first time because you saw it live. I think there's probably several people like that maybe are somewhat familiar with Retro Rewind, but they're on Facebook or they're on YouTube. They never like come to Twitch. I mean, Twitch, if your first go on Twitch is like going to one of the top channels, this is my experience, my first time with Twitch, is like, okay, who's playing this game I'm interested in? Okay, they have tons of people watching. They must be good. Let's watch. They're doing the game, not really talking much, maybe talking, but I don't know them. I don't have a connection with them. And then it's just waterfall of chat that it's like, what is happening? I don't get this. Peace out. So I'm sure there's other people like that still haven't come to Twitch that are like, oh, I'm comfortable on YouTube. I get YouTube, or because I'm always on YouTube, or they're on Facebook. And I think we could get more exposure for the podcast if we are able to multi-stream it to more places. And then it's like, wow, I really like these guys. Oh, they have a podcast? Let's cue those up. Because I mean, more and more lately, I'm getting these hits on my feed where I can tell someone's like, oh, they must have listened to a podcast they like or an episode they like. And they're like, you know what? Let's download the whole catalog, because it's like a big spike of like 200 or 400 downloads in a day. That's not like a podcast release day. So that's one element to it, is just trying to be in more places easily, because I could do this thing where I stream on Twitch for 3 hours, then I go to a different platform, stream over there for another 3 hours, but I don't think that's tenable given my life, family, everything I'm trying to juggle. So that's one piece. Another piece of it is, honestly, there's a lot going on with Twitch in the background, like in the Twitch, the fans of Twitch and the Twitch community, like, oh, you guys are great. Oh my gosh, I could not ask for. I am so thankful to Twitch for getting to meet you guys and hang out with you, like for these past few years. I am extremely blessed by Twitch in that regard, for the Twitch community, the streamers, the people that watch streamers, viewers. In Twitch, I have not seen that type of community cohesion in YouTube or Facebook. But the higher ups of Twitch, the administration of Twitch, the bureaucracy of Twitch, more and more it just seems like it's really just trying to like pinch everyone for every dime they can, and not having a forward look at like, okay, how can we expand how streamers do, how can we make tools that help streamers do better jobs, not just make more money, but actually make their streams more engaging. And also there's that, and also there's this whole issue with Twitch and banning certain people and not others, and the rules not being very straight across the board with everyone. That's more at the higher tiers of the streamer world than lower tiers. But if it's happening to someone at the top end, where they can get a mob, so to speak, together, or their supporters to say, hey, Twitch, why are you doing this? Hey, Twitch, why are you doing this? They might get reinstated, but people that are like down where we are, which not to say that we're like lowly or anything, but we don't have the reach or the cachet to say, hey, Twitch, why am I banned, or what have you. They could, maybe I say something like just the other day, I know I'm getting on, this is why I needed 30 minutes. Just this one of these last podcasts, our Gojira episode, I got an email from someone saying, hey, I like your show, but you used vulgarity in this episode, so I'm not going to listen anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? Vulgarity? I don't know where you heard that. So I mean, I didn't respond to him like that, but I said, hey, can you help me understand what was vulgar? Because I listened to it 3 times now, and I don't, unless bite me is vulgar to you, which in case, okay, we can just agree to disagree about that. What's going on here? And then he responded, oh, it was a mistake. I misheard. Well, okay, let's say that was someone at Twitch that was like, oh, or someone who reported me and they misheard something I said. And it's like, oh, ban him because he must have said that thing. What is that? No. So anyway, I went way rabbit trail, way tinfoil hat. Excuse me for that. But that is a possibility. And if we're on multiple platforms, let's say they do shut me down, shut the Retro Rewind pod down on Twitch. Well, we have a presence on YouTube. We have a presence on Facebook. We have a presence on other places. So that's what's happening in terms of direction for the show. December 15th, I'll be submitting termination for affiliation. We're still going to be on Twitch. I love you guys. I would not want to move to another platform. I had ideas of that earlier this year, but I asked a bunch of you your opinions and you gave me some awesome feedback. No, Francisco, don't do that. It's a bad idea. And you know what? I thought through that and you were all right, because I would that wasn't the right approach, but I really do believe this is the right move to make it so that we can so that I can still hang out with you guys, but we can also broaden to more people in the live streaming sphere, so to speak. So honestly, I worry that I don't want any of you to feel like I'm abandoning you or that I don't like hanging out with you. I hope that you've been able to hear my heart and that that's not how I feel toward any of you or anything like that. So please know I'm so appreciative to you guys, and there's just other reasons for why I think this is the right way to go. Now, there's a bunch of administrative stuff like, okay, so Francisco, you're not going to be affiliated anymore, so you can't take bits. People can't subscribe to you. What if we still want to support you? I'd be happy to answer questions. I think, oh, thank you, D Tungsten. Is the 30 minutes up already? Or maybe you guys you can still do that one comment for the 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that input, D Tungsten. Yeah. And so if you have questions about any of those, I'd be happy to answer those. I have, and maybe you'll ask a question about something I'm not sure about, or I haven't thought through, but I think I've thought through most of the avenues for like, revenue still, like monetization, how you guys are still going to be able to do Womp trains and Womps and Noirs and all that. And I have ideas for at least 2 other ones that we're going to be adding here. And just making the stream better. That's what, like, I was talking to Paul, or I'm almost done, guys. I was talking to Paul to support Francisco on Twitch. Give your money to pauljpowers.com. I mean, hey, that could work. Paul needs the bucks too. So I'm not gonna say to anyone, don't give to this show instead of Paul. No, if you feel moved to give to Paul, give to Paul. Anyway, to wrap up, if you have questions about the logistics of subscribing, because we will have a subscribing mechanism through tipping. But if you have questions about that, I'd be happy to answer those. But I've gone on for way too long. Now you have served. That's the announcement of what's going to be happening here with Retro Rewind Pod, mid-December and into the new year. And I'm excited about it. I'm scared, but also excited. And I pray that you guys, if any of you ever feel like something's amiss with this transition, or something's not working quite right, or you feel neglected or something, please let me know. I mean, I know I miss things in chat, and honestly, as we grow, if God willing, this allows us to grow more. That is going to happen. That's a reality. And I don't think anyone can get away from that, because no one can read every single comment every single time when you get into we're at 22 viewers now. How is that? I remember 3 years ago, I couldn't imagine that many people watching this at the same time. And so that's nutsos. Anyway, that's what's happening. And as we get into more and more, it's going to be tough. Lurk mode active. Thank you, Laylomax, for the lurk. It's going to be tougher to keep up. I'm going to endeavor to do it as much as I can, because that's what I love most. This is the most, I like playing games, but I love getting to just know you guys more. What's up? Hey, enthusiast. Haven't you been here for a while? Okay, so I'm going to end slow mode so you guys can spam your questions or just spam. Don't read this is more, but thank you for listening. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off. Hopefully you understood what I said. Hopefully I was clear. Sometimes I feel like I get on too much background and give too much story, and just, I need to learn to be more concise, but that was 10-ish minutes. So 10-ish minutes. You guys will never get back in your life. Ha ha ha.